Monocytes are big cells, very big cells with a horseshoe shaped nucleus, right? These are the monocytes. Now these monocytes actually they remain in the circulation for only 2 to 3 days, right? After 2 to 3 days they move into the tissues, very important, okay? Now in the tissues they go and sit for years, and in the tissue same monocytes little bit change in form and now they are known as macrophages. Okay, so in circulation these cells are known as monocytes, in tissues these cells are known as macrophages. Now these macrophages which are residing in various tissues lining, they form what is known as reticuloendothelial system, or now together this monocytes in circulation and macrophages in the tissue lining, they are known as monocyte macrophage system. Monocyte macrophage system. Okay. So what happens, they are sitting everywhere, and this lining is very essential to identify any foreign agent which has breached the entry point. See, foreign invaders can enter our body through various entry points. These are, say, suppose from the skin, from the eyes, okay, wherever our body is exposed to the environment, from the skin, eyes, lungs, GIT, from anywhere this can enter. Now, as soon as they breach the lining means, see, your skin has a lining of stratified epithelium, your lung, there is a trachea is there, alveoli is there, they are all lined by cells, isn't it? So initially they are all protective. Cilia is there in the trachea and the airways, which will trap the foreign agent, it will move it towards the mouth. But suppose this and all is not effective, suppose the lining of the cell is breached by the invader, it breaks it and enters beyond that lining. So what happens that beyond that lining, here macrophages are sitting. This is the lining macrophages. So they identify that foreign agent and they phagocytose it. Phagocytose it. Understanding? Suppose if these macrophages are also not effective, then they are going to enter into the lymphatics. A foreign agent is going to enter into the lymphatics, or they can enter into the portal blood via the GI tract. Once they enter into the lymphatics, then via the lymphatics, they enter into the lymph nodes. So lymphatics carries it to the various lymph nodes throughout the body. It carries it to spleen also, to lymph nodes also. And there again, macrophages are sitting. Okay. So those macrophages are going to capture these foreign agents. Suppose that is also ineffective. Then the foreign agent is going to enter into the circulation. Why? Because ultimately lymphatics drain into the heart itself and they are going to enter into the circulation. But in circulation, again via the blood, they will reach to bone marrow and spleen. And again in the bone marrow, there are macrophages in reticular network, and in spleen also these macrophages are there. Okay. So again, they will be exposed to this monocyte macrophage system. So these lining macrophages everywhere in the body, they are known by different names, right? For example, in liver, they are known as Kupffer cells. In the lungs, we have alveolar macrophages. In central nervous system, these macrophages are known as microglia. Microglia. In the skin, these are known as Langerhans cells. Okay, skin, they are known as Langerhans cells. Then in bone marrow, these macrophages are the osteoclast, right? So every place we have different names for these macrophages, but everywhere macrophages are present, right? And they form the monocyte macrophage system. So what are the functions of these macrophages? These tissue macrophages phagocytose the organism which have breached the physicochemical barrier. This we are going to read in innate immunity. So any foreign agent which has breached that physicochemical barrier and entered into the body, entered into the interstitial space, macrophages are going to phagocytose them. Then after phagocytosing, they will release certain chemicals which will act as chemoattractor to recruit other WBCs. So other WBCs will come to that particular area and again attack the foreign agent. And after phagocytosis, these macrophages also present the antigen to T cells. So this is the macrophage. It takes up the foreign agent. Okay, so here comes the foreign agent in a phagocyte. We will see the steps of phagocytosis later. So there is a phagosome which is formed. After this, these macrophages release certain chemicals. Okay, that is the chemokines are there. Chemokines. Okay, this causes the recruitment of the other WBCs. Secondly, they process this particular antigen. So here there might be some antigen might be there. They break it down and present it on their surface by means of receptor. So a portion of this particular antigen is presented on their surface to other cells. So there are T cells. They identify, okay, that some foreign agent has entered into the body and this macrophages phagocytose. So we should also do something. So by presenting the antigen to these T cells, it causes the activation of these T cells, which again go and attack the foreign substance, right? So these are the various functions of the macrophages: phagocytosis, release of chemicals to cause chemoattraction of other WBCs, and also activation of the T cells.